Greetings, one and all, to this week's episode of Tenno Clock. I am Xeno Gellion. That was Xeno Gellion. And that is Murder Dr. Loz. We are here today to talk about Tenno Clock and Warframe related content. This is episode 398. Two more to the big 400. In that right, Loz?
Oh yeah. Warming up.
What are you...
Warming up.
Warming up what?
But it's this, you know, you have a weight in your hands, but this is an activity. It does all your body muscles. You go from high to low. High. I can't remember the name of it, but it does work. Trust me. You normally pick up a weight, but I don't want to kneel down because you normally pick up a weight and you go. You put it down on that side, and you go up that side.
Okay. Well, this is news to me, so it's not like I'm
exercise is news.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say. You know, now thanks for rubbing salt into the wound. But moving on.
I think too much salt has been the problem.
Oof. Oof. Hey, I like my salt, okay?
Salt's good, man.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's tasty. Right, so let's move on.
Tasty.
To the first... So no guest this week. We decided to go guestless.
Taste.
But to be honest, it's been quite beneficial because this week's been hell for me. But let's move on to the first thing we do every week, aside from introductions to guests. Let's do emblems. All right, Loz wins. I'm sorry, it's a badger. Loz wins.
I found that one today, actually. Barra's back.
Oh god, yeah, I should have thought about doing that.
Yep. Well, this is nice though. I mean, we've got like some sort of icicle thing. I like the hole in the middle. Kind of a nice idea.
Yeah.
Very cool. Especially the fact that it kind of works well with the stupid projector. Not stupid. It's gonna be stupid. Sometimes annoying projector thing, which sometimes gets in the way of some emblems.
Yep.
You know, so it kind of works with that. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Right.
I have a badger.
Yeah, but you have a badger.
I have a badger.
And badgers are very iconic to England, or the UK.
Yeah, and I think it's in Spanish. The word. It's too small to read, but yeah.
But you have a badger.
I have a badger.
Yeah. It wins.
I mean, badger.
Right. So, but if you wish to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below where you'll find a link to this week's episodes and the vote. You'll find these two emblems. You just fill in the form. You don't have to fill in all the questions. Filling in the questions is much appreciated, and then you're automatically entered in for a chance to win 75 platinum. The winners will be read out in 2 weeks' time because we have winners this week. Right. But on a little bit of a side note, and we might as well go to Dojo Dusting at this point. My emblem from last week is disqualified.
What?
Because, yes, I discovered I had used it further back in past emblems. I'd used it from like episode 260 something, but I had only gone as far back as when I took the screenshot during, what was the Scarlet Spear? I didn't think to check further back in case it was a duplicate, and it was.
What, the anime girl?
Yeah.
Oh yes, no, it is, because I remember when I had I've got 3. I got one more anime girls. I remember thinking, hasn't there been an anime girl? And yes, yours one has been used before. Okay, I think mine won anyway.
Yeah. I mean, yours won anyway.
Does that mean you have to do 2 next week yourself?
We haven't set this up to accommodate for 2.
We actually have in the past. Actually, there's been weeks where
in the past, yes, but I'm like,
but it causes a problem when scrolling through the mad list of them, and we don't want that again, do we?
No, right. So, I mean, if you want me to put 2 submissions,
no.
Okay, fine.
No. You just get eternally labeled Eater on your head. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
it happens. There's so many.
It.
No, there is so many. It's also the other issue which people don't realize is we try and get plan ahead to get emblems, so we're always looking out for them. We try and get loads in one go. So we have to scroll through pictures and we've got loads of emblems. And then you go, which ones I use this week? And so you'll sometimes see the same emblem for 7-8 weeks without using it. And then you come to it and you go, have I used that emblem before? But it's only because you've been looking at it so many times you think, I've seen that somewhere before. Maybe it has been used. No, you've just been bloody looking at the same emblem as you pick a better one each week. So it does happen to us. And then we have to scroll through this mad list of emblems. It's great when you see something like the badger. You just know the badger ain't been used because the badger.
Yeah. If it's got a skull, you're screwed.
Oh, so I found a skull, actually. No, you're not screwed. Well, you are screwed, yeah, because you have to go through the entire list of skulls. Because people just love skulls. I don't know why. Skulls. What is it about you people and skulls?
Right, so that's one point of
I win more dance.
What? Okay, good for you. You already won last week, so I mean...
Yeah, but that means that brilliant emblem I had could have gone... Oh, are we? Maybe.
Yeah, I think we might be.
No!
Do you want to pause for a sec?
There we go. We're back.
Well, what were we talking about? Took so long to get that fixed.
That's a good point.
Stuff. Should we move on?
Dojo Dusting.
Yeah, should we move on?
I'm watching me kill my second ever lich. Yeah.
Second ever lich.
Take that, lich. Watch it.
Point.
Whoop. And stab. Stab. Here we go. And stab. Yeah. Good. Can't see anything because the camera got stuck on a wall. Right, anyway. Yeah, we're doing Dojo Dusting. You failed at you cheated at emblems. I was joking about it. We moved on to Dojo Dusting. You said about description below. So we're professionals. Sorry, we had internet issues.
Internet issues, and it took so long to we just forgot where we were. Right. So next point of Dojo Dusting, we're stopping the satellite episodes.
Oh yes,
It's I don't know how many people
who watch the main episode here or whatever, but but basically it is by no small feat a pain to do. Originally, we could upload to YouTube once and then segment it, which was a lot easier to do than uploading it 3 times. We have to interrupt the flow to be able to do the outgoing side of things, which again wasn't a huge deal, but it all added up to being problematic, especially with thumbnails, especially with getting it out was the biggest thing, because it was the middle of the week, which is a lot harder for me to deal with if I forget to do it because work and stuff. Mondays are typically a lot more relaxed. It's fine. We don't know something. It was a nice little test, and maybe it'll let us know that we can do something else, maybe like in the future if need be. But I think we try and optimize this, and I think it was too much work for little reward. So if anyone did enjoy them, please let us know. But we probably won't be coming back, and we're just going back to the main episode.
The one thing I will say that was really shocking was MC Gamer CZ had announced that he was in this episode on his community page.
Yeah.
So maybe I should be doing more like that sort of stuff, or I could build Tiamat to accommodate that. But so anyway, right. So moving on. Platinum winners, right? So for PC we have Grey Archon. For PlayStation we have Sir Lockalot 94. For Xbox we have Assassin 5522, and for Nintendo, Nick Knight.
Oh!
Yes, we actually have someone else apart from Tucker Wins.
He actually Tucker Wins actually put a comment which I'll save for later in the comment.
Yeah.
Would you read it now?
Go for it. Well,
Tucker Winslow.
Go for it.
It is related. Tucker Winslow. Tucker Wins. Guys, shh. I just bought an Ash Prime for 772 platinum. I need my constant stream of free 75 platinum on Switch. Nick Evans replies with "Mad lad," and whoever sold it to you fleeced you good. Nick Evans, and replying, Tucker says, "The Switch market is crazy. Everyone's selling it for 1,000 platinum for an Ash Prime." Which is crazy. When I ran my purchase by clanmates, they agreed it was a steal. Lol. So that's how. I mean, because you can imagine that's supply and demand, and the supply is actually a lot smaller on Switch. So crazy. But sadly, Tucker doesn't win this week. Who won this week?
Yeah. So Nick Knight.
Nick Knight. Wow. Okay, but if Tucker wants to reclaim his crown of free 75 plat, he needs to go into the description below, doesn't he? I'm sure he knows where it is. Tucker definitely knows where it is.
Yeah, we've already. Right. Okay. So I'm watching. You're doing this vault. You've done this vault. I don't know how many times. Maybe this is the vault that Nick Evans was referring to. Right. But you keep doing this wrong.
Yes.
There's an elevator. You've raised the elevator up.
I don't like doing it that way.
You don't like going out the shortest possible route to the exit?
No.
You don't know it's there. You haven't got a clue what I'm talking about.
Do you mean the elevator to the exit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're lying. You don't know.
There's also a side door, which I take. I like the side doors. Oh, no, wait, not on that one. No, I like going back on that one. Because on that one, it's cool because you go into the cool pipe thing with the cables.
But you always go you don't go the full way through the pipe.
No, because you can jump up halfway through. It's cool.
Where the elevator should be.
Yeah.
But you set the elevator up.
Yeah.
That vexes me.
I think this is becoming... I think I'll just do spy missions next week and do them in ways everyone hates.
Have you been, not to dig, have you been able to do any of the builds yet?
No. I'm not doing those right now because of other reasons. But yeah. We will get on to those. Don't worry. But yeah. I was waiting for things, but we're in July now, so I can sort that out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everyone, go MDRLOz your builds. Right. So that's it for Dojo Dusting. The next thing, what we do is the war report, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. I don't actually have anything for the war report this week. Do you have anything for the war report this week?
Of course I have something for the war report this week.
Good job, Xeno. What have you got for the war report this week?
Sisters of Parvos is coming out tomorrow as of this episode.
So, as of our recording or the release of the episode?
Release.
Cool. Oh, wow.
So that's Tuesday, the 6th of July.
You
linked me the trailer!
That's so cool.
Right.
It had numbers in it?
Right. It says at the very end, 6th of July. Right?
I don't wait till the end of things, you know. Right. I'm too busy. I'm on to my next third YouTube video.
You didn't wait for it to be released either, right? So I'm not kidding. I'm working, right? It's the middle of my work day. Well, okay, towards the end of my work day. Loz sends me a trailer to Sisters of Parvos, right? And I'm like, oh, guys, I've got to abandon this meeting. I got to yeet out here. I've got to watch this trailer right now. There wasn't actually a meeting, but you get the point. And so I basically went to the side and I went to watch this trailer, and it was premiere for like 2 hours time. I hate that feature of YouTube.
But it was kind of like, I'll send it to him now so that he can watch it in 2 hours time. And it's not working.
Tell me, but it didn't tell me it was a premiere, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that so much. Anyway,
yeah, they need to do more with the premiere feature. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, YouTube needs to do more with any feature, but you never know.
That is true.
Mean, people give shit about DE, but anyway. So yes, the Sisters of Parvos is supposed to come out on July 6th.
Good.
So, and in a couple of weeks, we'll have TennoCon. Right.
Also
should we move on? Should we move on to
what?
What?
Somehow I'm destroying Discord. I'm scrolling Discord into nothing somehow. I don't know. I'm not going to touch that or play with it. Let's move on.
Cool. So we'll work out the graphs later. Okay, cool.
No, I can see. Right. No. It's when I scroll. For somehow I'm able to scroll the Discord window, and everything in Discord moves up, and then there's just grey beneath it. I don't know how I'm achieving this. No.
Okay, cool.
No. I can't show it to you, sadly, but
that's fine.
I don't know how it's doing this.
Don't worry, I'll remain ignorant. Right,
very
so moving
sad.
on to our topics for this week. So topic 1. Oh, yes, you did it. Right, so topic 1, MR does not equal skill. Also, I want to point out, that's a programming method of not equal to. Yeah? Right? That's not a, which got the proper way of doing, which is like the equals with a line through it. Yeah. Right, and then...
The arithmetic version, I guess?
Yeah, I assume. And then the second topic is, does anyone else feel the complaint about Melee being the only option is a problem of boring players and not a boring game? Interesting. I say this as Loz is wielding his exalted weapon. So we'll move on to topic. Yeah. You're going around.
Oh, that's just Scanner Prime.
Okay, fine. You're using a Scanner Prime.
Oh, yeah, you'll love this bit. Watch. You were complaining last week about the screen roll over when I meleeed, so I swapped it so I could melee with the shoot key just for you. This is me fixing it in real time.
Really?
Yep. Really? I look for it. Where is it? I think it's the bottom. There it is. Put that on. And then I go melee some things, and the camera doesn't shake all over the place, so you don't get mad. There we go. Look at my God.
Wait, was that genuinely the reason why you were going ballistic?
Yeah, because it's on a side button, and I had the sensitivity. I have my sensitivity in my mouse quite high. So tapping a side button is enough to make it move, isn't it?
Right.
You see, and that's why it was going. So then, look now. You can see. Look at this very stable melee.
So smooth.
There we go. Look at that smooth, stable melee. Look at this. Look at this.
So
action.
Strong.
Just for you. Look, the camera didn't move. Camera doesn't even move, Xeno. Look at that.
So bamboo.
Yeah. Wow. Look at cinematic. Whoa. There you go. Anyway, moving on.
Flexible but powerful. Sorry. Right. Okay. So moving on to the topic. So topic 1. Hit the button.
Oh, didn't I?
Hit the button. No, you're on topic 2 still. Cool. Friends and I constantly discuss MR and so I'm not going to double and the connotations of a player's rank. My friends believe that you have to be skilled to have a high MR.
What?
Saying that you can't get MR without investing time in the game, which must mean you've built some skill. I believe...
Do it right.
Sorry. Oh, God damn it. Saying that you can't get Mr. without investing time into the game, which must mean you've built up some skill.
Yeah.
I believe that I'm not doing it again. I believe that you could be MR30 and still know less about the game than someone who knows MR10. This is in minor cases, but those minor cases prove that MR can't possibly mean that someone is skilled. It's certainly a display of dedication and time for sure, but not an indication of skill, right? Now, I am going to nominate myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got a fucking clue how shit tons of the damage system and the weird if you do this animation you're invulnerable. I haven't got a clue about any of that stuff.
And all the different new mods, like don't you know about this set mod that came in this patch with this thing that you had to farm by pushing this thing into a roll?
Body count.
Yeah. We were like, body count, yeah. And it's like, by the way, there's 2 other mods that are better than body count. What?
What? Yeah. What? MR29 player, yeah, I got a fucking clue, right? But I will pass like there is no fucking tomorrow. I will rarely ever run. The only times I'll ever run, Loz has been a little bit, is when I'm shooting. Otherwise, bullet jump bloody everywhere.
Right.
Yeah?
That's good.
And no. I'm just saying, I think there's different degrees of skill. But right. I'm 100% on board with what this person's saying. That's MR equate to skill.
Right. Ooh.
No? Yes? What are your thoughts?
Well, there is some logic in the stats that if somebody has a higher master rank, let's say master rank 30, they must have either, for them to get to master rank 30 and still have a very low skill in the game of different bits and pieces would be incredibly crazy. That would mean that they do nothing but farm weapons in one simple way. I mean, it is possible, and don't learn anything about the wider reach of the game. But so more than likely, people who have some skill, but in general, no, master rank does not directly equal the skill of a person. It's not a skill test, really, to go up between them. Well, I know there are other tests, but they're not really skill-based. They're just,
I mean,
But there is the very most, it will probably... Higher mastery rank would be conferred by more playing of the game, definitely, because you've had to play the game. Literally, you've had to play the game to get that. You can't get that through less time. Yeah. So there's that. But some players may get to a master rank and then not level weapons. I mean, are you master rank 30 yet?
No, 29.
Me neither. I can't remember what I am, 26, 27, something like that. And it's only because I just don't level weapons that often. But I could. Could be higher, so there is that issue as well. So yeah, I mean, I do agree with them. Master rank does not directly equal skill. It is just a measure of commitment to the game and direct choice to level more weapons and gear. That's it. That's all it shows.
It's interesting. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm derailing a little bit. I'll try not to. But it's the same when it comes to exams for your education, right? You do an exam. No. The exam just proves that you can do that exam. It doesn't prove that you can apply the knowledge that you've taken to write up the answers, right?
Yes, but the skill to do the exam can be inferred to be a general understanding of the problems within it.
A general understanding, yes, but not something that you can necessarily apply.
No, the application, yeah. But it's not an application.
Yeah. But I quite like the MR tests that exist in Warframe. A lot of them are very movement based, very CC based. Not many of them are based on the being able to get at least a minimum score of damage, or making sure
they're not like. Could you imagine a master rank test that was? You walk into a room and you've got an arsenal and you've got a weapon and a set of mods. Like you've got every mod in the game, and it's like, build this weapon to do the maximum damage, and then you just shoot a target range. That'd be an interesting master rank test, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, nope, you did it wrong.
You did it wrong.
What did I do wrong? And it's like,
you didn't understand the mechanics. You need to use this element combined with this arcane, combined with jumping and doing a half step.
Yeah, doing a half step. I was gonna say like. You weren't sliding. What?
Sliding?
In Melee, you do more damage sliding, right?
What?
Yeah, you actually do more damage when sliding damage is different from just running around.
You mean slide attacks? Yeah, slide attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's what? Why? Maths?
There's a good meme for that. You'll love on the meme from this week.
Okay. When did this become D&D?
Good question. Right, but in general, I think we do agree with them, but I don't get why they're really coming from with this.
Let's have a look at the Reddit post.
Let's have a look at the post.
Let's have a look at the Reddit post.
That looks like all of it.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Is my friend right? Oh, actually, no. To be fair, looking at the the do not equals, is the arithmetic one, and Tobiah put the programmatic one in. Oh, good one, Tobiah. Right. I do feel that a higher MR does equate to a good foundation knowledge of Warframe, but
on average,
but beyond that, like, nah. This I wouldn't say an MR 30 is the equivalent of a PhD.
No, exactly, yeah.
By no means.
Yeah, but there's so many, mainly YouTubers because they're able to do it, but I imagine players of the game who understand the damage system of this game infinitely more than I ever will. I just don't even get it anymore. But I'll be able to get Master Rank 30, they'll be able to get Master Rank 30, and they'll still understand the game better than I do.
So, actually, this is a really, really fundamental thing. I feel I have no reason to... Weird pausing. Just such weird pausing in that sentence. Sorry. I really feel that I have no impetus to truly learn how the damage system works within Warframe for the sole reason that, I'm hitting them with a blunt rock, or I'm hitting them with a nuclear warhead. It doesn't matter. They're still dying.
Yeah.
Right. And this, again, one of the reasons why I was such a huge advocate for the galvanized mods to remain in Steel Path, so I can remember, was solely because there was there would hopefully be an impetus to learn how to improve the builds, how to understand the importance of the weapons, how to identify the most important damage types, so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure it's still heat and viral at the moment, right? But I'm parroting that off because I watched a Zandy video. Zandy says, "Oh, just do heat and viral, job done," right? And there you go. That I just parrot that off. I don't need to know anything else. Zandy's told me the answer, right? And so I feel that if there was more of a reason to learn the higher level stuff, I would do it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it in a nutshell.
But it would have to be really specific. I mean, there's so much in theory that they'd have to push you on. I mean, if it's just more damage, you just probably get a build with a few more damage things. But if it's like, no, you must have a build that reduces the status while upping the crit. And then on this gun, you'll need a gun which has high status, but no crit, because if you crit the enemy, it goes enraged or something like that. You know, you'd have to...
Well, one question I have for you, like, so we got Steel Path.
Yeah.
We're talking about a theoretical situation. Tungsten Path. Right?
Tungsten Path.
You know why I go tungsten, right?
Tungsten Path. You love tungsten.
Do you know why I love tungsten?
Doesn't matter. Love tungsten.
Okay, fair enough. It's a super dense metal. Anyway, right.
Well, but you love it. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Oh, in here.
Anyway, people, Google like hammer versus tungsten ring. Yeah, you'll see what desks beware, and also hammers. Right? Yes, that's right. The ring survives. The one ring, yeah. Too bad it wasn't made of tungsten.
Okay.
Right? Anyway, the whole point, Tungsten Path, right? Our dream difficulty for Warframe. What if they had elaborated on damage 2.0 and enemy, so that you had specific weaknesses, right, as you do, but what if you used different, like the damage types that the enemies were strong to, yeah, they were immune. Yeah, they didn't take any damage from that source at all.
Yeah. And
no, because I feel that one would be more interesting. Two,
you mean basically just inverting their damage numbers? So what they take 75% more damage to, they take 75% less damage to.
No, sorry, apologies. What I mean is the numbers that they currently take less damage to, right? Just make it that they take no damage.
Oh!
Yeah?
Oh!
Yeah?
Oh!
So, say you've got something that is... See, this is the problem. I don't know. Something that's weak to viral, right?
No, it's perfect. Yeah, I know what you mean. Basically, what you would end up with is you'd have niches. So you'd have to plan ahead for your mission, right? What am I going up against? Grineer. Which Grineer? This, and this, right? I need fire for that mob. I need ice for that mob. And I need toxin for that mob, right? Okay. Toxin melee weapon, frost pistol, new fire weapon.
Yeah.
And all of the damage would be useless. You just need to do the elemental damage.
Yeah,
or maybe the IPS damage. I think maybe make it specific for the mission, so it would say you must bring these damage types.
So the different nodes would actually...
Yeah, the node would show you. I don't, like you were saying, doing it based off the mob, but I think you might find that
I meant the faction.
Faction.
But
I think within a faction, there's actually too much variation because there's like 4 different armor types, and there's some mobs that could have even different armor types. You might end up with more damage is required than weapons you can have, even though you can have loads of weapons. But maybe you can make it that the node has just 3 elements, but it doesn't tell you which mobs are vulnerable to which. So it wouldn't be like, so you find 2 Lancers might be always vulnerable to fire in this run, but then you see a Bombard, you need to use ice on the Bombard. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that'd be a lot of effort, I don't know, but I would kind of like that as a game mode at the very least, just a side thing. Maybe not the whole solar system, but, you know, you've got some potential, as you know.
The big thing I feel about it being like the whole solar system on a separate level of difficulty, right, is that the reason you're doing this is maybe to improve your knowledge of the game, or maybe an actual MR system that's like, oh yeah, okay, so there's what, how many planets at the moment?
Some?
Some. Okay, let's say there's 15, right? I don't genuinely know how many environments there are in Warframe. Let's just say there's 15. So you could actually have I've cleared off Earth, therefore I have got, you know, HR1. Yeah, the, you know, high rank 1 or top rank 1 or whatever. And then you clear off Venus, you now have top rank 2. And maybe the planets will not unlock until you've done the previous one.
Well, they do that now anyway.
No, because you just have to do the junction.
Yeah, okay, you should change it so you have to do the whole planet. I mean,
yeah. It's true, but it's you know, I think when you do Steel Path, you can... Oh no, Steel Path you do have to clear off entirely, but you don't have to do the junctions. So yeah, okay, so yeah, it would be the same. Sorry.
But what has this got to do with Master?
Well, no. I think that if you were to have this top rank or high rank or platinum rank, whatever system, that would be a good indicative way of understanding, knowing how well the player is experienced with the game. Like if they are, you know, as this person queries, a skilled player. Yeah?
Maybe. I'll go with a maybe on that. I don't know. I don't know thing, but let's move on to the replies, I think.
Actually, just to say, like, if you guys actually have an opinion on how
do you determine the skill of a player?
Yeah, like maybe it's SR, you know, the SR ranks or whatever. But even so, let us know what you think, because I would genuinely be interested to hear what you thought about my idea with the ranks, and, you know, go on from there. And tungsten, everyone wants tungsten path.
It doesn't roll off the tongue, I'm afraid.
What do you mean tungsten path does not roll off the tongue?
You can have like silver path, go with steel path, silver path.
But isn't silver more brittle than steel?
Well, yeah, but it's rarer.
No, but tungsten's like fucking hard.
They probably didn't go for steel path because of the density of the metal. They just went for steel path because it sounds cool.
Why didn't they go iron path then?
Because that doesn't sound cool. Iron path, even ferrite path, it just doesn't sound. Steel path, it works. Silver path, you know, platinum path works better, you know.
Diamond path.
That could work. That's all right. It's not good, but yes, I see what you're getting at.
Graphite path.
No, no graphene
Both
either.
Carbon.
No graphene for you.
No graphene.
No graphene.
Right. Should we go to the replies?
Yes, let's. First reply. I've put 1.6 thousand hours into the game. I'm still Master Rank 17. I simply don't want to play with weapons I don't enjoy. But I'm pretty knowledgeable with how game mechanics work, damage types, optimal builds, etc. And even when I don't have a full... And even when I don't have full certainty, I know where I can find information and make usually good conclusions from them. Yes, you go to YouTube and you go, Zandipan.
Actually, that reminds me, I can't remember his name. I'm pretty sure you've got his name written in your book. No, not Zandy, you idiot. No, I'm talking about the guy that we spoke to, I think the last TennoCon, that's an MR0 that's cleared the star chart and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's done any of the quests or anything like that, but he's cleared the star chart. You can, you know, MR doesn't mean shit. I mean, that was pretty cool, to be fair. But I don't think you can do that now because they keep on patching in the
Master requirements, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah.
Some people get to Hydron, then do nothing but grind mastery. They don't know diddly squat about whether a weapon is good or bad or why. Same for frames. Same for amps. Same for necromechs or operator schools or arc wings. They only appear knowledgeable and powerful as long as no one talks to them and they don't link their builds anywhere.
That's not fair, right? This is the I want to say the opposite of the previous comment, right? They don't want to do builds for weapons they don't want to play weapons that they don't like.
Yeah, as you say, they don't really talk about whether a weapon is good or bad. Like the last person said, I just play what I find enjoyable. Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah, but it just feels like this person like, oh no, if you're not playing the best shit, you're doing it wrong.
Maybe not. They don't say they have to play it, but they're saying that they don't. I mean, just because you enjoy a weapon, I mean, I wouldn't know at all. I like the optical and optical vandal. I don't know at all where they fit in the meta at the moment, but I just enjoy them.
Do you care?
Yes, I do a bit. I do care because it says same here, same for frame, same for amps, same for netcomrex, or operator schools, or arcwigs. And I do feel I've been called out about. We've been called out on it. I do feel I don't have the best, or I could have better knowledge about some of these things.
No. But my point is, do you care whether or not you're okay? What's the question?
Yeah, I know. I do care whether or not my opticore is the bestest weapon and why. That maybe you should be using this meta weapon. I wouldn't use it, but I would like to understand why that's the better weapon. No, I would still stick with the opticore, even if I knew what the meta weapon was. But I don't.
That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to find out whether or not you would
just play the meta weapon. No. I like my optical too much, but I don't. I'd like to be able to identify. When a new weapon comes out, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Oh, that'll sit brilliantly in the meta, or I wouldn't be able to tell you what the meta weapon is without looking up and sort of things, or why. And the key thing is the why. Like, I don't know. Got stars, does crit, does damage, that does damage.
But do you feel the need to want to know this, or is it just a case
bit? I get by with my optical.
No,
I do get by with my optical, but I would sometimes feel like, I don't want to bring people down. That's the issue. I don't want to be in a mission and just be enough to drain on people. I mean, obviously, I've been quite lucky that I felt this for a long time, and the actual answer to what my problem was just use a melee weapon, and the answer was. My response was no. So So there is that. So it's like, I feel like I'm not doing enough damage. Everyone's doing more damage to me. It's like, yes, they are. It's like, okay, well, what can I do to improve? Use a melee weapon. I'm like,
no.
Nope. I use it occasionally. I do like it, but I'm not. These people just like, no, I don't like that. Moving on.
Right.
But that's okay if some people do. If you like that, that's fine. Do you. But not for me. Moving on. Once you hit Mastery Rank 16, you can access everything in the game. More Mastery Rank at this point doesn't do anything for you power-wise, so a bunch of people don't even bother. They have what they like, and they invest time into learning how to use what they have to great effect.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I think that works perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I think that's the key point there. I mean, I would like to learn how to use what I have with greater effect. That again, see. Moving on. YouTubers in general are not particularly knowledgeable. Yep, I agree. I am not particularly knowledgeable. I'm holding it out there. Just put it out there. No, I'm saying, we're not saying we're geniuses or anything. YouTubers in general are not particularly knowledgeable about the game either. There are a surprisingly number of heinously whack builds out there by the more popular producers. We haven't even gotten to the less popular ones. The ones that are only somewhat whack require a practically perfect playstyle that most people can't replicate. I think this is a Tobiah edit. Keck had to include this one. Sorry, Xeno. But
no, honestly,
I don't see anything wrong with that because we never advertise builds. In fact, there's actually a description. If you want to show some builds, I haven't been doing it for a while, but I will be coming back to it in force. Show Loz some builds, and I'll use the builds for the footage. But we'll come back to it. Don't worry. But yeah, so we don't know what the best builds are, and we don't ever say we do. We're just here to discuss.
I think the big thing is again, this is why I wanted the tungsten path.
Tungsten path growing on me.
Good. Right. This is the reason why I want the tungsten path, because I feel it would just give me an incentive to I can't use that. I need to go use something else. But nothing is challenging. I have this problem with Hildren. Take Hildren out in Orb Valis. Okay, cool. I'm an Apache attack helicopter.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to. I'll get there in a minute. Shit, it's dead. Okay. I'm coming back. Coming back. Oh shit, it's dead. Oh fuck this. Just get that gun out.
Just checking though. Did you take the time to invest and look in some builds, look at some mods on the wiki, and maybe check the Zandy Pants video on the
No.
Maybe you should.
Maybe. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but like, I just, I don't feel the need to just constantly smash ability buttons. It's like a gun go boom, gun go boom. Right. Next.
About to be Master Rank 28, and have been playing since the Xbox launch. I say it's up to perception. I played this for a lengthy time, have lots of knowledge, and keep making awesome memories. As far as I know, just have fun and be kind to each other. Purple heart. Can't really make the hearts. That's the closest you're going to get to a heart with my fingers. That's a heart. That's
where your thumb just occasionally goes
sort of twitches a bit. There we go. There's a heart. There we go. Heart. There you go. These fingers don't work.
Again,
literally,
that
is the default for my thumbs. Like this one is they are not the same. They are. There we go. Yeah, look at that. These are my thumbs.
I like, to be honest, I wish like you were playing at this moment and I would say like, hey, check how many hours we've both done and things like that. I know I'm in the 2,000 hour range. I don't know where you are, but
we're 1,000-ish.
I know you're over 1.4 because you managed to get bloody 1.4 in a month. That was at the start of the bloody game.
Get the rhino.
Oh God.
Gotta get the rhino.
Anyway, you're the next one.
I assume A. A Master Rank 10 can experience pretty much the whole game. Master Rank is just how much gear you've leveled. It also depends on your FPS experience and how much you use external sources. At Master Rank 10, I'd read the wiki a lot and used overframe.gg for builds. I would go to high Master Rank clanmates to ask about discrepancies, only to learn hours played does not equal knowledge. That said, experimenting with differently built weapons and warframes gave me a feel for what's especially effective. You can get to high Master Rank without experimenting.
Yeah. I think getting to high Master Rank without experimenting is probably the best description for ourselves.
Yes.
Because, there you go.
But the tricky thing for us is that we've kind of... We ran the race, and then after while we okay, it's a 1,000-meter race, right?
Yeah. And
after we got to 200, they decided to add some boulders between 100 from 0 to 200. We didn't even see them. We're like, oh, boulders, that okay, we'll just keep running. So we didn't ever need to come over those problems. E.g., mods and things have been added since we played, but we were like, but we've already finished the race. But now there's this mod, and this mod, and this mod, and this arcade. And we were like, I've finished the race already.
I wonder if that's our biggest problem, is the fact that, we're walking towards the end, like the final stretch, and like the race just keeps on getting extended and extended. Like everyone gets to this point where it's just like, I could keep sprinting, but I mean, the race isn't going to end. I mean, I might as well just take a leisurely pace.
No, but what we're now coming to, the problem is now our next, because what happens is you never actually reach the end of the race. They'll just keep frantically adding to the end of the race. But now they're adding some of the traps. So let's say the pitfalls or whatever that you would have first encountered smaller versions at 100 to 200 as you collect each mod and go, oh, I'll try that mod in my build. Oh, I'll try that mod. And we're like, right, I've got to jump a square boulder. How do I jump a square boulder? I don't know, Loz. What are square boulders? Well, it's quite a big one. Whereas before, there'd been like a tiny little boulder. You're like, oh, okay, that boulder,
Well, we all know that any boulder size or shape just goes in the square hole. But beyond that...
goes in the square hole.
But it's actually quite interesting. I don't know if you know, with the Sisters of Parvos, we're very likely to see the first players hitting prestige rank 1 or whatever they're calling it. Yeah. And everyone's like, what are we going to get for it? I'm like,
nothing. Nothing. Anything?
The
It'll be statistical
to
improvements to whatever buffs you get for that Master Rank 30 stuff, like the duration of it might increase. That'll be it.
No, surely it's like, well, what you get is Prestige Rank 1.
You get Prestige Rank 1, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but what does Prestige Rank 1 do? Prestige Rank 1, it just gives you a title. It's just like, there you go. I mean...
Good job.
What did you expect? It's a Prestige rank. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, if you remember how it was like on the dev stream, like, oh yeah, some of these players be hitting Master Rank 30 soon. We should probably do something for them. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Maybe something like a relay and buffs or some shit. Yeah, it's a good idea, man. We do that. Yeah. And then just put it in. It wasn't like, yes, we've had this plan since the beginning of the game. Once you hit Master Rank 30, all of this unlocks. Like, no, it's like, good job.
Yeah.
Put a little 30 badge on you. There's a relay.
Congrats.
Bye.
Right, last one.
Personally, I think Master Rank only represents how good you are at optimizing your EXP gain in the game. How decent are your mechanical skills? Or, in the cases of veteran players, additionally, how long they've been playing the game. Yeah, but like the first person there who's like Master Rank 17 but has like a crazy number of hours, some people just stop. So yeah, I do like the optimizing your XP gain thing, yeah, because that is it. How many weapons do you passively level, Xeno?
How many weapons are there in the game?
How many? Yeah, but you get a new weapon. How do you level it?
It really depends. So I was actually doing this last night. No. Seriously. Like, no, you don't. That's not how you passively level.
Yeah, it is.
No, you don't level up your weapons like that. The other players have to do the damage.
Yeah, no, I didn't say you killed them. I said you shot them.
Right. But one thing I have been finding is that we were doing a lot of Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. Like, Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, as I find... I mean, people please tell me if I'm wrong, because I've kind of had a break from Warframe for a while, but my understanding was Elite Sanctuary Onslaught was the best place to level up weapons. And, I mean, it takes, like, no time at all to max out a weapon. So, but loads of players were only there for like 2 waves and then they're out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, I'm trying to level this up, but you're leaving, so I have to use it now. Why did you make me use my gun? I want to passively level it.
For now. I always like to use a weapon that I'm leveling. I always like to use them. Right, well, that's it for that topic. I think, yeah, as we pointed out, Master Rank is not an equivalent to skill. It's an equivalent of other features in the game, mainly just how long you've been playing and how many weapons you've leveled. That's all it shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree as I'm trying to read.
But once you hit that bone Prestige Rank 1, oh, yeah, that's the real skill levels. Whoa, those, the people without versus people are like, whoa, those people over there, they're the strongest, the smartest, the fastest. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
You reminded me of Lawrence Fishburne. The Fishburne, is it? Where he's basically like, shh, gotta be quiet. They're out there. Help yourself to some food.
What film's that in?
Predators.
Oh, God, I haven't seen that in ages.
It's a good film.
All right. I didn't like the trailer cheat.
Oh, no, I didn't like that either.
No.
But anyway,
that moment was like, oh my God, so many Predators. This is going to be amazing. Like, 2 dots. Actual thing.
I'm wondering if they shot that bit, like, really early on, and then it was like, oh, we can't have that many. Change the script.
No, I think it's the other way around. It's like they were trying to make things for the trailer, and they were like, oh, that looks cool, but do you know what look cooler? Put in 1 billion tracking lasers.
Yeah.
Right, topic 2.
Cool. Right. Topic two. Right, so does anyone else feel the complaints about melee being the only option is a problem of boring players, not of a boring game.
So this week is the how to annoy people section of the of Tenno Clock, where first we assess that just because you got high mastery, don't you got skill, and now it's like, what, you complaining? Oh, that means you're a boring person. Well, the ad hominem attacks are massive this week.
To be honest, I do like ad hominem.
A complaint at the person instead of the issues they're having. So, if you were saying, tell me about a food you like.
Sushi.
Why is it good?
Because I like the complement. It's like complement of flavors.
Well, you see, that argument doesn't matter because you killed puppies and are a smelly person. It's not quite right, or your character is terrible. How dare you say that about sushi? We should disregard your comments because you smell of oatmeal or something. I don't know. You know, it's an attack of the individual, not of the argument.
Or was it the your father was a hamster and your mother
smelled of elderberries?
No, was it your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries?
Good question. My memory can't remember the difference.
I can't remember. Anyway, first off, I acknowledge that melee is king. It is the most effective way of killing. Guns are a viable option for a vast majority of the game, except for people running 1 hour steel path. For the whole reg start, 1 hour steel path.
1 hour steel path. Wow.
That's just left a sour taste in my mouth. Anyway, moving on. So just like the whole arbitrations that we did for like an hour to get vitamins or veritasium.
Gotta get your vitamins.
Vibranium or...
Still need more.
Ventriloquist. Anyway, so... Actually, no, I found out we don't. Like, so apparently you only need like 180 steel... Sorry, arbitration vitamins in order to actually get all of the galvanized mods. So I don't have to touch it at all. Right, with my like 300 odd.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Damn your thumb.
Anyway, sorry.
This is the good thumb.
Yep. So for the whole regular star chart, arbitrations and quick steel path is I use primarily
guns.
I use sorry. Is that supposed to be primarily
I primarily use guns with no issue, is what it should say. I use primarily guns, doesn't make sense. I primarily use guns.
Okay, I wasn't just having a weird moment then. Okay. Players that spam E, or as Loz has learnt, the fire button on his mouse, are just taking the easy way out, and to me are boring players.
Damn you boring players.
Not the game's fault, you're taking the easy way out. I love you, Warframe gunplay. If you choose to ignore it, that's on you. So, I want to start by saying, I get what
I get what they're saying. I don't think they've gone about the nicest way of doing it, but I can see what they're trying to get at.
I love Warframe's gunplay. I prefer Warframe's gunplay over Melee. Melee just doesn't gel well with me in terms of the animations and the points of damage. It confuses my poor little brain, my poor old man brain. But at the same time, I don't think it is right for anyone to condemn someone for choosing the path of least resistance.
No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, go on.
I'm just going to read a bit from the actual topic. It's exactly what Tobiah did, but I'm just going to add the character a bit more in here. I know this will get ripped apart, but it's the way I feel. I love Warframe gunplay. If you choose to ignore it, that's on you. I would rather a mission take 60 seconds longer and use my whole arsenal and actually have fun. I'm excited for the new mods, though. Should make Steel Path a lot more fun. Edit. I worded this poorly. If you enjoy Melee, there is nothing wrong with that. Melee away. I'm speaking more about players that complain the only way to play is Melee. It's not.
Okay, so I concur with this, but my question to you...
Do you concur?
I do concur.
I concur. Do you concur? You concur?
I do.
We both concur. We are concurring.
This
is concurrence.
Stop it. Right. But he says, or they say, sorry, I shouldn't assume. They say that they'd rather go with gunplay if, even if it's like an extra 60 seconds longer to do the job. Right?
Yeah.
If you want to read that out again, that's up to you. But no. If you wanted, because you were reading it off the
Reddit post,
the main topic. Yeah.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, go for it.
And that last bit. I know this will get ripped apart, but it's the way I feel. I love Warframe gunplay. If you choose to ignore it, that's on you. I would rather the mission take 60 seconds longer and use my whole arsenal and actually have fun.
Right, so here's the question for you. Okay, so let's change that 60 seconds to 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm still fine with it.
Still fine. Right, let's change it to 5 minutes.
I'm fine with it.
10 minutes? Half an hour?
Not half an hour, yeah. Like, if it was, use this gun and finish this mission, or take this blade and finish in 1 minute rather than 31 minutes, I'd be like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
10 minutes maybe. I enjoy guns.
So... Well, I mean, maybe we should say the percentage, right? So let's say it's 10% longer to use guns.
I think you'd have to get me to over 400% longer before I care.
Right. So if you were to do a mission, right, you've got 5 minutes with melee or 20 minutes with guns.
I'd say be okay.
That's all right?
Yeah, I'd be okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
There is a little bit of variable here because you could do like, it'll take you an hour with melee, but 5 hours with melee guns. I'll be like, okay, the starting value is starting to be a problem. Okay, I'll take the melee, please.
But yeah. So it is like really conditional, and I think what a lot of players do, they do choose the path of least resistance. I want to talk about an old university project.
Oh, you go for it. You can do that.
But well, do you have anything you want to say first?
Well, I was going to say that, players like this, obviously they're trying to have fun, but I don't begrudge people who see that, wait, this is difficult. What is the achievable way of doing this within the game? And they see that melee is just the most optimal way of doing things. They go, well, I'll just use that because I just want to get through the content. I want my win. I want my rewards. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, the game has been set up like that for so long, you almost feel like that maybe that's how it was meant to be.
Yeah.
They're not wrong, so...
Another side of this is if you look at it, if you're trying to get a reward, a specific reward, say they put a new mod in the game and you get it by earning resource from doing this mission.
Yeah.
So your choice is to take 4 times longer to get that resource.
Yeah.
So, you could do the whole thing in 20 minutes, because with melee you've got to do 4 runs in 20 minutes, you have enough resource, or you choose to do it in an hour and 20 minutes because you want to go with guns.
That's how
really
yeah. Time is another resource we have to expend. So yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, most people won't go. I'm not, because I just wouldn't enjoy it. I think I would get bored of the melee and just give up and use guns. Even though it'd be more efficient, I'd just be like, I'm just using my gun. It's more fun. I know it's slower, but I'm enjoying this gameplay more. So yeah. But I can understand some people are like, no, I need to go take care of my kid in now. I need to get this done. It's game time I'm going to get for next week. I don't begrudge those people.
Yeah. So the story I was going to tell people is when I was working at the University of Birmingham, Are you going to interrupt every 2 seconds?
It's fine, just that one time.
Cool.
But I'll do
when I was working at the university, I was working on a project called the Open Learner Modeling System, right? OLMS, it was a stupid name. And the whole point is that there is a learner model, which is about every student. The idea is you can have a visual representation as a star chart where you can see the strengths and weaknesses of a student as they are assessed in the various key fields. So say biology, chemistry, physics, maths, English. You can assess how well they are doing. The research of the project was, why don't we show the student their learner model, right? So show them in real time how they are performing, right? And in order to do this, a special system was created called Omelets, right? Again, stupid name. And as you filled in the multiple choice questions, you could see the results of your score change, right? So say you had 10 questions to fill in, you answer the first question and you could look at your score then and there and see, I've got that one wrong. And people would blitz through the rest of the questionnaire, then go back to the start, do it again, but they would change their answer for the first question.
Were they?
And they would.
Ooh. Were they given the answer, or just that they were told it was incorrect?
No, they weren't even told it was correct. Incorrect. Right? They weren't given that information, but they could see that it was incorrect because they could see that the
score wasn't going up. They
hadn't changed.
Right. They could.
Yes?
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
So it wasn't a case of learning how frequently does the moon rotate around the Earth. It was a case of the answer is C. They learned that the answer was C, not that the moon goes around the Earth once every 28 days.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a big thing in human nature. People game the system.
Yeah.
People always look for the path of least resistance. This was something that the supervisor of the project just couldn't comprehend. Why would anyone cheat? Are you fucking serious? Right? But besides that, people want the path of least resistance. Hell, look at the early episodes of Tenno Clock. I was just running Draco with Nova, right? Because it was the easiest, fastest way to passively level my stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Same with Hydron. People would run Hydron. They would use Soundquake Banshee, right? People would use, Zinni with
Viva.
With Trinity, Excalibur.
3 Excaliburs.
And was it 3? Oh, yeah, it was Trinity with 3 Excaliburs. Yeah. And they would absolutely dominate the interception missions. And they would get insane levels of experience. Yeah. And it was just all stuff like this. So people, they do look for the path of least resistance. It's just in human nature.
Yes.
Right? I think it's something that we have to accept. And I do agree that because melee is superior, gunplay needs to change to make viable options. Right? But I don't think it's right to just expect improvements. Right? So this may have gone on a bit of a tangent. I'm sorry. The whole story was about people naturally game the system. I'll leave it at that.
So let's wind this back to the players, boring players. So you're basically, let's tie this together, Xeno. So what you're saying is they're not boring players. They're just players looking for the path of least resistance. That was the jump you're missing. So to say they're boring is not fair. They just might be trying optimal in their time. They're trying to get the most resource for as quick as they can. They're just like, well, this works. Why should I be struggling with that when I've discovered this? It works quicker. I just want to get it done.
Yeah.
They're not boring players, but they're just optimal players or efficient players. Yeah.
Yeah. The just like the students who wanted the highest scores in their tests, they want these players want the best outcome.
Just looking at this, I think the title's the wrong way around.
What do you mean?
The complaints about melee being the title is the wrong way around. Does anyone feel that the complaints about melee being the only option is a problem of boring players, not a boring game. So the title actually says, anyone complaining about melee, those are the boring people who want to use the guns? It's very badly worded.
No,
Does anyone else feel the complaints about melee... Yeah, I've got the actual topic title up. Does anyone feel the complaints about melee being the only option is a problem of boring players, not a boring game? So that's in theory saying that the boring players are the ones complaining about melee. I'm just saying that the title's very bad worded. They have acknowledged this. I'm just saying.
No. So just say like the problem. So the boring players are the ones saying melee is the only option.
Yes, but that's not what the title says.
Well, I think punctuation helps.
Yes. Always do a second pass. Draft.
What was the
original post?
Title we had the other week? No, we had a title. Was it last week? And we're like, oh, it was the PAX Arcanes and
we had to. You were like, okay, topic. You were like, what? And then me,
I think
you're like,
I think MC Hammer was the same, wasn't he?
No, I think it was me and him versus you, and you were like, what?
Oh, whatever.
I can't remember. You know how it is. Once we finish an episode of 10 o'clock, it gets put in the null zone.
Yep.
But anyway, so back to this. So I'm one of these players who enjoy guns. The thing is, they don't expand on the boring players thing, do they? Let's have a look at this first chapter. First of all, acknowledge man is king, most effective way. But for the whole regular starship observation, players that spam E are just taking the easy way out, and to me are boring players. Yeah, no, I would say a negative against the person. I wouldn't say they're boring players. It's a bit hard because they're seeing about the player's play style and not about their arguments. There's several things in here.
I think one thing to point out though is with our hypothetical earlier, which needs to be grounded back into reality. The difference between the murdering of stuff taking 4 times longer is unrealistic. Realistically, the murdering of stuff is pretty much identical.
Yes.
Right? Unless you have one of those insane builds where you're pulling off 3 Excalibur and 1 Trinity Viva, then it's but it doesn't really influence the game that much, I feel. Does that make sense? Basically, I'm trying to say that I do agree with this person that there is not really much in it with gunplay and melee performance when the enemies are just so easy to kill.
Yes, and I would say, I agree with you that. It's not like the enemies require you to engage them in it. As we said in the past, many times, they never force you to come out of your comfort zone, and you can just melee like that. Yeah. But anyway, shall we move on to the replies? I think we've been going around in circles for a little bit. So first one. He's out of line, but he's right.
Oh God! Did they actually use the meme?
What meme?
No, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Is that from?
Yeah. So there's a part where what's his name? I can't remember his name. The Baron Zemo. Yeah, Baron Zemo. He's on the private jet, and he's talking about the status quo and how the people that have blipped back or whatever, that they're being mistreated and things. And Sam, like the meme line is, he's out of line, but he's right.
I haven't seen that. No, it just has that. I can't find the reply in the post. I'm sure it's just the reply. But
okay.
I refuse to acknowledge your reference, seeing as how stupid that is. And I need to watch it before we'll debate.
The memes were funny.
Yeah, but it's like, you need to do better. Well, how would you like to do better? I don't know, but you've got to do better. Because you.
No, let's not go down this rabbit hole.
Ridiculous. DE boosted the stats of all melee weapons in Melee 3.0 and gave a deadly heavy attack, alternate fire to every melee weapon. Boosting gun stats would have been more effective than overthinking this gun change than the overthinking this gun change stinks of. He
No.
boosted the stats all melee weapons and melee
No.
and gave a deadly heavy attack alternative fire to every melee weapon. Boosting gun stats would have been more effective. Yeah,
No,
it would have been because it would have been all that would have done. Right, I'll tell you exactly what it would have done. It'd be like, oh, my gun now does loads more damage than my melee weapon. I will no longer use the melee weapon, as was 2 years ago. I'll just use guns again. No one's using melee weapons. Right? We better buff melee weapons. No one's using guns again.
The big thing with melee weapons, melee weapons, is that they scale during the mission because you're increasing the combo counter, you're doing more damage, so on and so forth. Guns do not have that in any capacity.
You can use up your combo with the heavy attack.
True, but even if you were to boost the gun stats, right, at some point in time, the melee weapons will, you would have to really boost them because of how dynamic the melee stats are.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sorry, like, if you've got something that is that much of a pinnacle, of a peak of performance, then I do feel that you need to nerf it. I mean, look at Trinity. She outshone Oberon and I know, but outshone because I said it.
Because that's
stick with it. You gotta stick with it, Loz. Improv. Stick with it. You gotta accept your mistakes.
Yes,
anyway, so yeah. So crap, this completely derailed me. Oberon was being outshone. What other healers did we have? Stop it!
Sorry,
what other healers do we have?
You said no, I can't Equinox. Because I remembered the time at improv when you did the zoo sketch.
Oh god, I love the zoo sketch. But anyway,
keep going. Healers.
Right, so we got all these healers. We had Oberon, we had Equinox. I can't remember if Octavia was around at the time, but the whole point was that Titania was. Sorry, not Titania. Trinity was just dominating the healing field. There was no reason to take anything else.
No, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They had to bring down perfection.
Yes. Well, when you had a infinite range, instantaneous, heal to max, health to max, and invulnerability for X plus mod seconds. What else needed to be done?
Yeah, what else could you do to make Oberon or Equinox or any of the other upcoming healers viable?
Yeah. Oh, there's this other healer has orbs that have travel time. Instantaneous map-wide insta-heal.
Oh, it's a heal over time. Nope.
Don't worry, Trinity pushed the button 3 more times at the time it took you to heal some.
And so
that was my job. I remember that was my job.
Yeah.
I was hiding in a corner and staring at health bars and going, bloop.
Do you remember Stuck no Jitsu?
Stuck no Jitsu. I love Stuck no
Jitsu.
Awesome.
So, little brief thing for everyone else.
I should have exploited that more.
Stuck no Jitsu was a exploit.
Clever use of game mechanics.
Where he would you explain it because
it was a great way of soloing tier 3 void because tier 4 didn't exist I think at that point, and you just use Trinity's link, which would link any damage you take and put it onto those enemies. You would then get a stuck and you would put it on the floor and you spun around. You didn't want to shoot at one spot because if you spun you would put loads of little orbs which would then explode, boo, boo, boo. So it would be pop, 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 pop. If you did one big orb, it would kill 3 mobs and that'd be it. You would just keep spinning around in circles and casting link, and it would just, and then because of the range, it would link through walls and things and be like dead. Yeah, it was brilliant.
You cleared defense missions so easily.
I think I got to I think as far as I got, I really should have used it. I think I got to 50 on tier 3 void, and that was years ago, so that was quite impressive back then. You know, that would take ages. It was actually quicker because the mobs only had you to target, so it's just like they just kept charging you.
Yeah. And how do you defeat that? How do you
balance that?
Better. Yeah, you got to take it away, and that's the big thing of why they have changed so many of the, some of the melee mods. They don't want to do such a huge, massive board sweeping nerf because otherwise the whole player base will complain. But the whole point is that this is a small balance pass with the positives of the changes to guns, right? That is the thing that people should be taking away from this. And I think at least our community does. But yeah. Where are we on the replies? Should we continue with the replies?
I feel like the real problem is less about one weapon class being better, but rather one weapon class being better and boring at the same time. Melee is like autopilot. You need to correct from time to time. There is no aiming, barely any more variety. Yeah, barely any more variety. Gotta love having all those flashy combos and no reason to use them. Yeah,
agreed.
I agreed on
I'll
that.
give you that one.
I've always hated that. I like that at least they've unified the melees now, because it used to be serious silly how they'd all have different combos. At least they've made it simple now, right? Next, they need to go look at it and go, right, the damage needs to be in the combo somehow, or something to do with that. Like maybe you gain a buff, or most of the damage is tied into a buff from executing a combo on some mobs, rather than just mash, 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 mash. I mean, I think, like, in some of the crazy combos, like, certain hits in there actually do have damage multipliers on them, but why would you care when you can just push, just mash the button? They need to come up with melee mobs which interact with melee differently. Like, I don't know if it's still in the game, but you used to be able to hit your melee mob, and then the mob would also hit, and you had to do the tap thing to win. That used to be a feature in the game. Why can't random mobs bring up and do that to you anymore? Why can't there be mobs?
Like a duel thing?
Yeah, duel thing. That used to be in the game.
Like you got lightsabers.
Yeah, cross lightsabers going.
Wow.
That was in the game. In Melee 2.0. It was in Melee 2.0. It was, how did you do it? You had to have...
Did you have to block at just the right time or something?
No. Maybe. It might have been that. And I think you had to block while you were... I can't even name... What is the... Can you even do it anymore? What was the thing where you could charge energy into yourself? Can we even do that anymore?
Oh, shit. No, you can't do that anymore. They took that out.
Freaking loved that. Looks
no, you're talking about
channeling. Channeling! Yeah. I think you had to channel and then block, and then it would do it.
Right.
Channeling was so badass.
It was badass, but it was also...
Well, it didn't serve a purpose, because they had a melee system which they still doesn't have the depth needed for the mobs they've got to deal with. It's the mobs that are the issue, not the melee. We've got all these tools and nowhere to spend it.
No. I do feel that because the way the channeling worked, it felt like they were trying to shoehorn in too much into too small a space.
Yeah.
Realistically, channeling needed its own room to do its job.
What if there was mobs that had to interact with channeling that you could only kill with channeling? That kind of thing.
Yes, but at the same time, you should be able to have different mods based on whether or not you were channeling.
There was mods based on if you were channeling or not.
No. Sorry. That you should have a different loadout based on whether or not you were channeling, right? Because you had to fit it in one small space.
Oh, so you mean there should be the melee weapon and then the channel mods, which has its own channel set of mods. You had the normal mods and the channel mods.
Maybe there was one line that was dedicated to
channeling. Yeah.
But the problem was that it was better to go either full channeling
or no channeling.
Yeah. There was no room for a mix.
Channeling.
But that was what I understood.
Yeah. But what about other mobs that, let's say, if they're in a pack of mobs, or you don't realize, or any mob can have it, that they have a disarming tool, so that if you just go without thinking, they'll whip out a disarming tool and just disarm you, and your weapon goes flying across the room. You know, that kind of thing. There are mobs which disarm you, but just randomly, not because of your actions. You know that. Yeah. It's the mobs that are the issue at this point. They really need to look into doing more with the mobs. I do agree with
you. I mean, you could have had it where there was you would have to make sure that this mob didn't turn up until you had a kiddo.
Yeah.
But you could have it where, as soon as you channeled, it would boot you out of your Warframe.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
You could have had it that, this mob, you need to channel against it because it's just too good at parrying your attacks.
Yeah.
I mean, we've made the comments before where there should be mobs that actually, the one that I really want to ask Scott this question. I might message him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have the enemies back away from you. Because I've got a sneaking suspicion that the AI is built in such a way that the mobs can only walk towards you.
No, I've seen mobs go backwards. They go back for cover. I've seen mobs go, oh, you're there. Let me just take 3 steps back and go into Grenier. They go into like cover mode. I've seen that.
Have you?
Yes.
I'd be interested to be more observant.
But the problem again, not boring players, but players who complain about anything, that they try and do anything new with mobs, and people complain. The Nullifier, I'm going to say it, I know it's controversial, probably the best mob in the game. I don't care. It's the best, one of the best additions to the mobs in the game, period. Yeah. Sorry, it's been brilliant. It's good, and they may be a little bit worse, but I'm sorry, it's only been brilliant. People whinge. I remember that time they were going to bring in, like, oh, let's make it the Xmas units, you have to shoot things off them before you kill them. And everyone complained, right? Then they put it in for a Nightwave, and I think a few people complained, but hardly anyone. Not compared to the outcry when they first talked about the idea. They just went with the idea, and it worked, and it was cool.
What my point was with the whole walking backwards thing, I would like to see it when, say that there's an enemy that's a gun-based enemy, you try to melee them, they're just constantly sort of like jumping back to keep away from you, and they're constantly shooting you.
But the issue is then you do have to allow for how does a player deal with the mob. And this is where the issue comes in. Do you make it that a player has to be able to deal with it melee alone, or sword alone, or do you go, no, you have to at least shoot the mob, even just anything at all, even your amp, maybe just say, there we go, maybe the amp, and that'll just stun it slightly, and then you can attack with your melee. You need something like that.
Well, I remember when we asked the question, should they ditch sword alone, and the majority of our player base turned around and said no.
No, yeah, but I suppose at the very least though, you can't unequip an amp. So we can at least say you have to be able to use an amp. So you can't be through sword alone. That the game could at least go, no, you have an amp. If the mobs would obviously come once you have amps, but your kid laser beam. But the game would be like, no, I'm sorry. You can't just go. That's the problem, because the game is designed around sword alone. This is why we put this question to everyone. It's like, no, you've got to have sword alone. Because it's designed for that, that's why you can just push E and finish the game, because it has to be designed around that, because that's part of what people want. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. I'm going to ask the 2 questions. Do you use sword alone, and should DE remove sword alone? Get the 2 questions side by side and see what the results are.
Maybe I don't know how you've got no limit on questions now. You could say based on the last question, or you could expand on it. Maybe expand on it a bit. Anyway, let's move on to the next reply.
Yep.
You say guns are viable, and no one can test this until sorties arbitration. There's no grammar again, sorry. You say guns are viable, and no one can test this until sorties, arbitrations, then Steel Path. Most guns are Star Chart capable, and a good chunk of sortie capable, and still got a handful left by arbitration. Then in Steel Path, it falls off hard, like I doubt more than a dozen weapons, even modest. God. I doubt more than a dozen weapons get in even modest use in Steel Path. God, grammar, please read your sentences.
I'm sorry, this bullshit.
I just use guns, but they're not great guns, but I use them.
Yeah, I just use guns. I accidentally, because my UI broke, ended up doing a solo. Oh crap! Was it defense? Yes, a solo defense in Steel Path.
Right.
And it was waves 6 to 10. I had three acolytes turn up in those waves. I managed to solo it, and I was using guns.
Nice.
I don't
killed my lich earlier with guns. Yeah. Do you know? I even like having because when I'm doing Steel Path or anything hard, I'm not the best for doing great things in Warframe. I'm just an average player. I like having knowing that I can sort of get a bit more of my melee weapon. I almost use it as like my last resort. But like if there's too many mobs around me, I will that's when you see me whip out the melee weapon most of the time. Like I keep using guns and I'm like, oh no, I better gear off some mobs, whip out the melee weapon. Like a limited thing. I like savor it. I don't just use it the whole time.
But it's not that guns don't work. It's that melee is easier.
Yeah, it's too efficient. Well, yeah. No cycles. Right, next one. I'm not a meta slave or anything, and I do love to use guns, in fact. Sorry, grammar. I'm not a meta slave or anything, and I do love to use guns. In fact, I mostly just use guns when I can, but when my 4 to 7 former guns get outperformed by a 0 to 1 former melee, it kind of sucks. Since why the hell did I even former my gun so many times?
See, that's the problem.
We're talking about
yeah, we are talking about what's the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter how many times it takes to former a weapon if you enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
This isn't a job, right? You aren't playing, you shouldn't be playing Warframe because you feel it an occupation, right? You don't like your job, but you have to do it anyway. If you don't, and I think, again, we have a great community amongst us that either does like Warframe and still plays it, or doesn't like Warframe but still listens to us because they enjoy listening to us. But, if you enjoy doing something, why is it a problem?
Yeah.
It's... Are you cleaning your lenses, or...
No, I heard a knock sound over that way.
Okay, cool.
It's the worrying thing in VR is that you do get worried that, like, by the way, people have snuck into your room and are staring at you right now. You always got that conscientious thing to it. Or, oh no, the window's flown open. It's like,
but yeah, so it's if you enjoy doing what you do, then, what's the complaint about? I mean, if anything, I think the complaint should be, why is there such a huge discrepancy between guns and melee? And that's what they're trying to address.
It's not like the game is locking you out of doing Steel Path with guns. It's harder. It's an actual challenge to use just only guns. But the game it doesn't become an impenetrable wall that you can't use guns ever. Yeah, you're going to have to put more effort in. Yeah, you're going to have to put maybe up to 7 former in a gun to make it viable in Steel Path. Yes, you might have to find a Riven and have to re-roll it a bit. And then you can finally use your favorite gun in Steel Path. But that effort hasn't gone to waste. Now, if it's your favorite gun, you can now use it in Steel Path and attack the challenge. Yeah, it's not like the game gates off content, literally, that your gun does 0 damage just because it's a gun,
Tungsten path. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but can you imagine that? It's equivalent of, like, in a MMO, getting to a new raid tier, and it's like, no, you're using guns. Or a new mob, or saying you're playing Monster Hunter or Dauntless, and you get to a new mob, and it's like, no, you can't use axes. The mobs from now on are immune to axes. Go use a different weapon. And be like, that's not fair. It's not like that in Warframe. It's like, yeah, you might have to put more effort to get the same reward as a melee weapon with the gun, but you can still do it. It's going to be a challenge, but if you really enjoy those guns, use them. That's it for the replies.
Cool. Right. So let's move on. I can't remember where we're at. I'm going to go to...
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to say that, obviously, just to let people know, we read every comment I read every comment on each YouTube 10 o'clock episode. So put in your comments for anything you said. If you think we're completely wrong, put a comment about it. If you think we're right and you agree, put a comment about it. If you're like, hey, these people are idiots, put the comment. If you think, hey, you think you guys are cool, put the comment. Everything gets read before we record the next episode. I've always committed to that commitment.
Yep.
And I'm still sticking to it. So, yes. So please do put a comment on this video. It will be read. At least I can promise you that.
Credit where credit's due. Loz is the one that actually reads this. When he says we, he's being polite. I don't read them, right? I don't have that. I don't read no good. Yeah.
I remember when I had to take a time off and finish my PhD, and when I came back, you were like, I'm sorry, Loz. I didn't know how many years you've been doing this and how much time it takes. I thank you for your work.
Yeah, it takes so long to do.
We got some lovely people in our community, and there's nobody putting massive pastes anymore, but it's good. It's good. Lovely community people, and I look forward to hearing their comments. But another thing they get to do is if they go into the link in the description below to the Google page to get platinum, they can answer some graph questions. So let's look at last week's graph questions,
Yeah, let's do that. Found it. Cool. Right. So our first graph of last week is: are you happy the galvanized mods are in arbitrations? And there seems to be some kind of weird graphical glitch happening on this graph. So clearly 100% of the player base
what are we talking about? Oh, you.
So 52% said yes.
Grab my camera now because of you. No. Put that back. Mess everything up. Yeah, right. I was like, what the? Yeah. What? Oh no, what's happened here? Oh, is it the percentages are all messed up? Is it like going to 1,000? No, it's you. Yes, some people are fine with it. Live with it, you.
So, well, actually, to be fair, it's a very close call.
Indeed.
So I think if one more person voted, then it would have been a tie. But it is what it is. There's no need to lose any sleep on it. Graph number 2 is: how do you feel about exalted weapons? So this was our first topic. You know, these like can exalted weapons get looked in, and we were like, are they in a bad place? So 14% said negative, 29% said neutral, and 57% said positive. Yep. But regardless of that, moving on to the next one, we asked the question: should exalted weapons be abilities of high damage and short duration, or medium damage and long duration? Do you remember helping me write this?
I did.
Yeah. So 38% said that they wanted medium damage and long duration, whereas 62% said that they wanted high damage and short duration.
I like that because it's kind of a burst. It's like a, last ditch weapon. Well, not last ditch, but like your ace in the hole kind of thing.
Yeah. Then the next question is: should the new Deadhead, Merciless, and Dexterity arcanes be one each that works on both primary and secondary, like the PAX ones?
You have betrayed me, community, for the last time. Sorry.
38% said no, and 62% said yes. So Loz and after a long lengthy conversation, I got names. I mean, I can give you a net now.
I don't.
Right. No, I'm joking. So, but after a long, lengthy conversation from last week, I did agree with you that in order to make sure that nothing goes wrong later, best to keep them separate now. Yep. And then the last question is: how hyped are you for TennoCon? 1 being not hyped at all, then 5 being, I think I put maximum levels of hype. So 10% said 1, 14% said 2, 24% said 3, 33% said 4, and then
19. Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah, 19% said 5.
So you can read into this that 50 what?
Yeah, on average,
52% of people are quite hyped for TennoCon 2021.
Yeah.
Which is in like 10 days, I think.
When this goes out, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I haven't secured my digital ticket yet. If you haven't secured your own digital ticket to watch TennoCon at home and get the extra bonuses, do check out the website of warframe.com/TennoCon or something. Or just Google it.
So that's it for this week's graphs.
Yes.
And now we move on to the supporter questions.
So from
I tried really, really bloody hard not to read what Zrugal hid in the he put like a spoiler.
Right.
So I clicked on it so you could read it, but I had to make sure that I constantly averted my eyes. Like, have I cropped it properly?
Fair enough. Right. Okay. So, before we start the supporter questions, I'm going to ask everyone to make sure you like the video, share it if you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really helps. Please do.
Yep.
So, Zrugal says, what do you call an internet browser that likes anime?
An internet? I haven't got a clue.
A weeb browser.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Weeb browser. Web browser, weeb. Very good, very good. Also, Dax, if Have I taken the graphs off? I take the graphs off.
Yeah. Oh, and the topics.
And the topics. Align those buttons better. There we go. Right. What am I doing? I'm staring at a corner.
Anyway,
good job, me.
On.
I'm probably purifying in Cinemalis. Ostadak says, if all the Warframes fought each other in a battle royale, who do you think would win?
Oh, dear God.
Limbo.
You think?
Yeah. Because it would just sit in the rift till everyone else is dead, then come out of the rift and send the other person in the rift, and then be like, I win?
Win. Well, the one I was thinking was Grendel. You just eat everyone.
Can't eat the rift.
Can't he? Isn't his stomach a rift?
What is inside? Must know secrets. Thalian. The main Warframe website has updated the Sisters of Parvos hype page, listing off all the things that the update is bringing, with the content spanning a new Warframe, new weapons, an expanded Nemesis system, cosmetics and animations, and all of the changes and additions to the weapons they're making. What of these are you most looking forward to? Oh, I was waiting for the meme joke on that one, Thalian. Which of these are you most looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Ureli, to be honest.
I'm really.
Yeah, K-Drive in missions. I think it'll be interesting. I think I'll have fun. It's different.
I was actually thinking.
It's different. It's actually different, in missions. K-Drive, the dream.
I'd like to say the quest, but I just don't know
it's going to be short.
It's turn out.
Tiny, yeah.
But I mean, it depends on whether or not it's well written. I mean, it's not like they have the World of Warcraft writers. Sorry, I mean, they don't have writers, so shots fired.
What happens if it's on the line? I'm guessing this is going to be online with the Revenant quest line.
Revenant didn't have a quest line.
Yeah, it did. Hadn't even had
Revenant
quest text.
had a waiting period.
Finally, from Thalian. With DE announcing legendary rank 1 for mastery ranks, is Xeno finally going to level a K-Drive, or will he put it off until next year again?
Thalian, if I give you my login details, can you do it for me?
No.
I'm joking, obviously. I'm obviously joking. I don't want to do K-Drives. They're boring. It takes so fucking... Like, people complain about fucking Melee being boring. Fucking K-Drives are so much worse. I don't know how anyone has the
gumption.
Fucking mental... I think I asked Joey how he did it, and he said he just went up and down one pipe, and he just had like some TV showing on in the background and stuff like that. Like, I don't... Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, jeez. Fuck, no. Just no. Please don't make me fucking level K-Drives. No. I don't wanna. I can't make me.
I wanna. Right, anyway, but that's it. Anyway. Let's go to the replies from last week's episode. Why are you not? Oh, there we go. Okay, we've done the Tucker wins one.
Yeah.
JJ24 lets us know that kit guns get one arcane slot for packs only and one arcane slot for new arcanes, which apparently is in the dev workshop, the Arsenal Divide. So there's an update. So
wait. Yeah?
Kit guns are going to be able to have their old arcanes and have a slot for new arcanes. So they don't have to choose.
Okay.
Kit guns are going to have two arcane slots, basically.
Okay.
But they're for unique arcanes, of course.
Okay.
Nick Evans. I farmed with Xeno to get the seeding step ephemera. He was going on and on about how long it took to get a damn flail, and that he wanted this ephemera, and he hoped that it wouldn't take that long, but he'd been farming for days, and now did I want to help him out, and did I want to see if it would drop. I joined his squad to help out and got him the drop on the first run we did. I was his good luck charm. And now he says he doesn't like it more than a year later, that he'll never use it. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Oh, I would have given you props if you went, disappointed.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Anyway,
I was thinking that, but I've commit.
no, but the so first off, Thalian, you're talking out your butt.
This is Nick Evans,
right?
Nick Evans.
Yeah, no, Thalian, I know who you are. You're talking out your
Nick
butt.
Evans.
Right. Right. Because we fluked finding that, and I'm pretty sure we were just playing the game. We weren't trying to get it. And we got it like a week ago. What are you talking about? Year and a...
Now, I've got another point. I think it's also from Nick Evans. The problem is there's nothing in Steel Path that I want other than the new mods and arcanes. I think an example Xeno would understand better would be if there were mods that boosted drop chance for planes of Eidolon items that you get only after doing Tridolons. I mean, sure, it'd be useful. But if it's only usable in the planes, then what's the point? And yeah, I know that this is exaggerating the point because planes is isolated from regular gameplay. But so is Steel Path. What's the point of having a super challenging area with drops that makes it easier? Because you can use these tools in normal games. Yes, that's true. But we already have a problem with the power fantasy getting out of hand. Now, if that's not Nick Evans, I do apologize if I've misquoted that, but I seem to have... I might have cut the name out, so I do apologize for that. I think that might be Zrugal. Hang on, I think that's Zrugal. Yes, I think that's Zrugal because I remember I had a Zrugal comment and I think I've maybe cut his name out. So I'm pretty sure that's Zrugal.
Okay. So I get where you're coming from.
I'll check.
The point is that you should be getting the mods just by playing Steel Path. It's not by, oh, you have to do Ceres of Steel Path. It's no, Ceres is the wrong one. Sedna. No, Ceres? Shit. Whichever the last planet is of Steel Path. It's not you get them there. It should be you get them just during the play. It's like the Serration mod, right? You shouldn't get Serration towards the end of the game. You should get it really early on. But the reason why they added it in as a damaged variant was because people were ending up in this situation where it was taking them forever to get it. It's a similar situation with the damaged one. You should be able to get these galvanized mods just playing the environment. Yeah. So I get where you're coming from, Zrugal, but the difference for me is that while Tridolons are at the end of Planes of Eidolon, the drops of these mods should not be the end of Steel Path.
Okay. The Pope of Awesomeness should have a podcast all about how amazing the Mighty Seer is. I'm not sure what the Mighty Seer is, but I assume that must be the Seer pistol. I mean, it's pretty mighty.
The gun.
The Mighty Seer is I assume it must be the gun, but I'm not sure. The Pope of Awesomeness says about it, so it's a good gun, and I like it. I have memories about that gun. It epitomizes the old schoolness and the darkness. I mean, that was like the first gun you kind of got, and you wanted to farm Vor for it. It was so good, so fresh, so exciting. You got the Kronos blueprint, and you got a Seer part. What's the Seer? And then you built the Seer. Like, whoa! Look at this gun. It's like Oracle and Grenier technology. Never done again, actually. Very sad.
Well, if anyone's actually genuinely interested in us covering specific topics on Tenno Clock, if there is a resource on that topic, so like a Reddit post or
forum post, video.
Yeah.
We do videos. We don't do videos. We could do a video.
Yeah, we could.
Because you get the comments from the video itself, actually. The description.
That's true. But
we could do a video.
Please feel free to link them in the comments. I personally recommend jump onto the Discord. There should be a link in the description of the video, because my concern is posting a link in the comments of YouTube will probably make the comment disappear. We used to have it with oh god, who was it? Piffelix that was writing the long comments that would span multiple comments, and then he put a link in one of them.
And then you could tell because it'd be deleted. Like part 1, part 2, part 4, part 5. You're like, where's 3? That's because there's a link in it. Yeah,
and YouTube will just delete them and not actually tell you. Yeah, so if you've got any topics you want us to cover, please feel free to put them in the Discord.
Cool.
You know,
if anyone does like maybe after Sister Pavos, if there's any people with like a take or something, maybe like, hey, Xeno, here's a video. Do a topic video. We might consider it. Obviously, we are very careful because we do avoid the spice, but you know.
The other side is please make sure that it's not a massive, because we'll have to watch the video to put a topic together, and I don't know if that's something I want to subject Tobiah to.
No, I would do it myself. Actually, I think I would for that one. I might get to talk to Tobiah, and we do it jointly. You could have a look at the comments. Maybe we'll have to think anyway. But people have to suggest them first because we do not choose them. And the last one is just from Nico Muller. Muller? I love these podcasts. Always something to listen to, even during the droughts. I don't know what droughts is. Droughts. Yes. So we always love to do topic, and that's an interesting question because some people complain there's not enough to do with Warframe because they only do weapons or the new stuff that comes out. And it's like, oh, there's droughts between it. It's like, but how are people finding the game? What's people's ideas? You know, we're limited to, we used to do 3 topics. We're down to 2 topics. There's other stuff we could do. Like we could do people's concepts, people's ideas, game modes that we have done in the past. But, you know, we barely scratch the surface on the weekly stuff that gets put out on the Reddit and the forum. We could do this for hours and hours and hours just going through topics. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to it, and we like to, and that's great to hear, Nico, that you're enjoying it. And we always like to provide content for Warframe even during the, I'm going to say the droughts. It's droughts, but yeah, droughts. It says droughts, and I think it's cool. Droughts.
Yep.
Droughts.
Cool. All right, so that's it for the community responses. Now let us jump into the memes.
Yeah. Yeah. Meme. Right. So we're about to do the memes. I should do my spiel. We're going to look at some beautiful, beautiful memes found on the r/memeframe subreddit. Please, if you're ever bored during the week, check out the r/memeframe subreddit. People put memes up there daily. If you want to laugh, check on there. There will be all the memes shown this week will be put in the description of this video along with the secret meme of the week, which will be a video, and you're gonna have to get Xeno to watch the secret meme of this week. It is brilliant. Very short video, but these are all images, so I keep a video for that. So anyway, on with the memes. Meme number 1 for Xeno, especially for Xeno. Not the usual paladin. What I played, Oberon. What I expected. We got a shield with healing. We got your paladin full of armor and shield, stepping forward with a shield in one hand and a sword in the other, smiting demons. What I got. Okay, now you might have to help me on this one because we've got like a shield and healing is there. We've got that. We've got radiation grass.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's the hallowed ground.
And then slam dunk.
Oh,
with the ultimate.
The reckoning.
With the reckoning.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry, I until you said slam dunk, I was just like, wait, are you trying to say the healing orbs are like basketballs? I mean,
no, slam dunk.
Yeah.
The way you expect, what you got. There we go. Yeah. That is Xeno's life. Now, this.
The problem with Oberon is that he's pretty much designed to be a druid. I will always remember the first Tenno Live event we went to. Steve turned to me and said, so I hear you like Oberon. I was like, yeah? Sorry about that. What? I don't like Oberon. Yeah, it's crying shame. I was like, I like him.
Well, on the note of that.
Yeah, next one.
The next one is real. I checked it.
Do you want to hit the button?
No, I need to tell you first.
Okay.
I'm supposed to do this, right? The comment is, what the hell? Right? Okay. And I'm going to get you to read it.
Okay. Am I reading it first and then you're putting it up, or?
I'm going to click it and then you're going to read it out loud to everyone.
Okay. Warframe's new nemesis will crush your head between her thighs. And I'm here for it. By Cass Marshall on... Wait, what the fuck? Where did you find this?
On the Meme Frame subreddit. Though I went and checked, this is a real article on Polygon.
Oh, fuck Polygon.
Warframe's new nemesis will crush your head between her thighs, and I'm here for it.
Oh my god, this is because of the fucking trailer. This isn't about Ureli in the slightest.
Yeah, no, Ureli. It's just a picture of Ureli because that's the patch content, but it's about the sisters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the nemesis, Warframe's new nemesis.
Yeah. I'm like, sorry. I would try to relate the title and the image together.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have the image. I don't know why they cut that in there, but yeah. Yes, good old Polygon.
Or at least put like a Sister of Parvos there instead. But,
exactly, yeah. I'm sure it says like Warframe. I assume they contact Digital Extremes, say we're doing an article, and they say, oh, we want this. They probably ask them which image do you want, and they probably provide that one, maybe. Or maybe they looked at it and went, hey, people are more interested in that one. I don't know. But anyway.
Out of interest, that Polygon are notorious for writing like really clickbait titles that have nothing to do with the article.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I think I've done a good one this one. I mean, it got me to check it. Right, meme number 3. Warframe players. Oh, sorry, actually, it's what the formula is too damn long. Warframe players explaining how damage is calculated. I think there's not enough blackboard there.
Yeah.
Got a benzene ring there.
I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, okay.
Got a sine wave in the middle left for some reason. We've got some math up in the top left. I don't know.
DNA chain.
What's that?
We've got hydrogen.
Where's DNA? Oh, yeah, there's DNA. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, by his hand.
Yep.
The sine wave.
Some triangles.
E equals MC squared. You've got 90 degrees for a triangle. Apparently 3 equals a triangle.
No, that's not a benzene ring. That is a nucleotide base. A phospholipid. No, nucleotide base. Nucleotide base. With the phosphate backbone, yeah.
Yeah. Got some random shit in here.
Yep.
Square root of 69? Rude.
64, I think.
Is that? No, I swear that's a 9.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good meme. Moving on. Meme number 4.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
Analyzing.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Me, a Master Rank 4 attacking an Eidolon without knowing you need an operator. That's a picture of the Flash. Eidolon terrorist just minding his own business till I came. Flash's face is priceless.
Oh, I can't wait for Witcher 2. I can't wait for Witcher Season 2.
Fair enough. Well, here's a cheap one. Very sorry. When you hear DE announce the new Warframe... Oh, really? Yeah, really.
Oh.
The oh, really meme. I've missed you. And finally, just to finish up this week, I don't know what it's called. Tupuyu. I don't know why it's called that. Tenno casting various horrifying magics to slay plus 1,000 foes. The crewmen trying to live their life. So good. This is a meme of combination of 2 of my most favorite animes, and it is very good. It is good. Yep. Xeno approves too.
Yep. Rise of the Shield Hero and Konosuba.
Yep.
Like, oh, damn. Like, yeah. No, that's excellent. I love that one.
That is excellent.
I kind of want to save that one. Weirdly enough.
I just thought it's like crewmen just trying to live their life. I'm like,
Kazuma. You said you wanted me to watch the next one. Do you want me to watch it and then react to it, or?
Oh, what, the secret meme of the week?
Yeah, I mean, we could pause it briefly. I could watch it and then I could come back to it. Or
yes, I have a pause button, a powerful pause button that I pause. There you go.
Yeah, it I kind of want to. Well, as soon as you read the title, I mean, it's true. But like, I mean, to begin with, I thought the bottom part was. No, wait, does it actually have? I don't think it has. No, it doesn't have Destiny in it, does it?
No, I don't think so.
No, but it's like, what? Yeah. That's.
But if you want to find out what Xeno is destroying his mind destroyed for, you have to go into the description of this video and find the secret meme of the week, which will be a short video. We can't show videos in this still image. I think we probably could. Could we?
Yeah, I could easily do it. I mean, we just
moving on
need to modify the system.
I just want some pretty pictures, man. Give me some pretty pictures. So we are now doing
pretty pictures.
the community shout-outs. So these will be images which Xeno, I'm just covering Xeno while he writes down the time. This is just some lovely images that Xeno has found, normally on Twitter, because Twitter is the avenue to find all these lovely images of, and he'll have 6 lovely images or videos for us to watch or look at and go, and ooh, and pretty at. Right, so
just remember, right, for you, Loz, don't go on the 6th meme.
Oh no, I've not got it open. I've not opened.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So the first community shout out is Oberon Y Avros by Bort de Fleur. Sorry,
Bort de Fleur.
I don't have my glasses on. I don't have my glasses on right now.
At Lunatic
Holmes. I really liked it. I thought this was an excellent chibified version of Oberon. I originally thought that it was just his upper torso, but then I realized he had his legs crossed. So yeah, no, I really, really like this one. And I kind of wish that if you were to meditate in the
Orbiter
Lisette, then your cravat would do this. I would genuinely love that. Maybe we should pitch that to DE.
Would you pay platinum for it?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, cool.
Totally. Yeah. Like I would utterly love, like, they do it to like Kubros, and I'd want be 100% on board for that. Right. The second community shout out is Vault Prime by Philippe Javik.
Jovic.
I think, isn't that an A?
No.
I thought it was Javik. Oh crap, my bad. Yeah, Jovic.
That's some nice Vault Prime.
I very much like the proportions that they use. It's not 100% accurate to the game. Shit, I've just realized there was another War Report thing, which was the merch that had gone up for TennoCon.
Oh, cool.
There's a Vault statue.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, a Vault statue?
Yeah, and there's a fashion frame version, so it's just not painted, so you can paint it for yourself.
I'll have to look at this later. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, my bad. I should have said that earlier. Next, we have Ureli-chan by Flare Fox.
Oh, hey, Spice Mom. Ureli-chan.
Yeah.
Look. Now, see, do you remember last week the meme with the dog and the howling spiked monster of Growl? As in Warframing game. Warframe community.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, this is Warframe community. It's like, it looks great and it's really cute and all, but it does not fit in the
game. This is why you were excited for her. Anyway, the fourth community shout out is Boberon, if I'm reading correctly. My Beloved by Blackie Try to Draw.
Can you make that sort of black and white with Oberon? That is kind of cool.
Yeah, you could do that. The only issue is that the Prime helmet, which is what's being worn here, the horns aren't that sleek, and you have this stupid neck that I absolutely detest. Right, so it's like they've got the neck that's part of Oberon's head as instead of the body. I hate it so much.
It's so much.
I hate so much. Anyway, the fifth community shout out.
I did see this one before, and I'm saving
the fifth community shout out is I Still Want Excalibur plushie by Wong. So this was the same artist as last week. So, but this time
there is an additional image with this one, and then some variants that are not coloured in as well.
Yeah,
I love the second image. He's holding the hand up, going hello, waving the Excalibur plushie. Is so cute.
Yep. And the sixth community shout out.
I'll just click these off. Or do I click the sixth button?
You can click the sixth button. That's just the thumbnail, right?
Okay, cool.
So it's Shorzin original Standing Cap Blues by Buffoon. So yeah, this was shared amongst the content creators. I checked. I was really impressed with this one. So really like this.
It's a good song.
Yep. So go check it out. And that is it.
Well, good music. I suppose sing for it to be a song, I think. Well, it's good music. It's good music. I don't know. I don't do the musics.
I don't know. It gets really convoluted, like song, tune, you know, what defines what. But anyway, right. So that is it for the community shoutouts. We shall now close off the episode with a quote.
According to all known laws of spaceflight, there is no way an Arkwing should be able to sustain combat in space. Its thrusters are too small to get its warframe off the ground. The Arkwing, of course, attacks us anyway, because Tenno don't care what Grineer think is impossible.
God, I want to say Futurama because there's something really similar to this in Futurama.
Yeah.
Do it again.
According to all known laws of spaceflight, there is no way an Arkwing should be able to sustain combat in space. Its thrusters are too small to get its warframe off the ground. The Arkwing, of course, attacks us anyway, because Tenno don't care what Grineer think is impossible.
Okay, so I have a theory, but I want to double check. Yeah. Is space added to the word flight?
No, it's completely... No, not at all. No, space, it's one word, but it replaces space and flight.
Right, so flight wasn't originally there.
No.
Damn it, I was thinking the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer! So good!
Crap. Okay, pre or post 2000?
Post.
Post 2000. So not... Is it anything to do with space?
No.
No, nothing to do with space. Okay, it's standard question. Superhero?
Nope.
Sci-fi?
Nope. Well, not
is
intentionally.
It modern day?
It's modern day, but it has things which aren't real in it.
Like unobtainium?
No, not like unobtainium.
Okay, so you're not going to do the core.
No.
Modern
day setting.
Modern day setting with like advanced science.
No.
Yeah, no?
No.
So it's just modern day setting. Okay, fine. Do the quote again.
According to all known laws of spaceflight, there is no way an Arkwing should be able to sustain combat in space. Its thrusters are too small to get its warframe off the ground. The Arkwing, of course, attack us anyway, because Tenno don't care what Grineer think is impossible.
If I knew the word that was like you've replaced with space flight, would I be able to get this?
Space flight. Aviation.
You replaced aviation with space.
According to all known laws of aviation. According to all known laws of spaceflight. That's a pretty fair swap.
No, that's a perfectly fair swap.
Yeah.
I would have still gone with Rocketeer.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I feel your Rocketeer on it. It's good. It's a good film, Rocketeer. Haven't checked out Rocketeer? You should check it out. It's not saying it's amazing, but it's like a good, wholesome, solid film.
It's like an 80s movie, isn't it?
No, so I don't think it's later than that.
Is it?
Well, it's got the same... The girl from Labyrinth is in it. When was Labyrinth made? Maybe it is an 80s film.
Yeah, but like Labyrinth was made when she was 16.
Yeah, maybe it is around then. I thought it was like 90s.
Like you're talking about Jennifer Connelly. You're talking about Jennifer Connelly. What is...
I swear it was like...
Do you know if I've seen this movie?
No, but you know of it. 91, Rocketeer. 91.
Wait, no, I haven't seen it, or no, you don't know if I've seen it?
I don't know if you've seen it. We haven't seen it together, but I know you're probably aware of this film. Very memeable.
It isn't... Does it have Keanu Reeves in it?
I don't think so.
Oh, god damn it. Not the day the Earth stood still.
No. What questions you could ask? I mean, it's a comedic film.
So it's a comedy.
Yep.
I haven't got a fucking clue. Modern day... I can't possibly have... Like, I'm aware of this movie.
It's an animated film.
Animated?
Animated? Animated?
Is it Disney?
I know.
No, not Disney.
Oh, no, not Disney. Disney.
Modern day.
Not Disney.
Post 2000. Animated
2007.
Comedy. 2000. No, I haven't got a fucking clue. Wait, 3D or 2D animated? I consider
3D. CG.
So a CG.
Hmm. I don't think we really make 2D films anymore.
No, we still do.
Like
Disney films.
Like Moana, I think it's 3D. Princess of the Frog. Princess of the Frog is like, I don't know how many years, 10 years old?
Yeah, but still within post 2000.
Okay. No, yeah, I guess about 10 years old.
Anyway, so not Disney. CGI. Is it DreamWorks?
I think so. I think it is. What's the, there's a Dream, is there another one? Yeah, it must be DreamWorks. So they did it.
The only other thing I can possibly think of that's jumping in my mind is Boss Baby, but that's much more modern.
Boss
Baby?
No, it's like 2016 or 2018 or something. Yeah. 2017. That was a fun film.
I haven't got a clue. I'm out. Yeah, go for it.
B movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. And I just want to attribute this, because I did not do this one myself. This is from Thalian, who said... new quote for the girl next. It's the bee movie, and Xeno will hate it.
Why do I hate it?
That's what he says.
I've never seen it. I think it's the one with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I'm like, yeah, no, it's like, no, I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't think he's particularly funny, so
yeah. Oh well.
Yeah,
you have to try harder to get him to hate it, Alien. Oh well.
You say, hey, fucking throw sunshine at me. You fucking hear a tirade from me then.
I still think Thalian did a really good job with this quote.
No, it's an excellent quote. Excellent quote.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Do you want to hit the sign off button? Do you want to
hit I guess I could push the soundtrack button. Thank you, Thalian, for that quote. It was really good. So it saves me mass amounts of work. Yeah, quotes take a lot of work.
Oh, they really, really do. Look at all these. I mean, that is something that we could look to do.
What?
Possible outsourcing of quotes.
Well, I think people maybe it's easy to get one or two, but when people go get loads, they realize how it's a lot of work, and then they'd have to have access to ones which are pretty done already. That's the issue. There's a file with how many we've already done. I have to check that. You know, I know we haven't done B movie though.
Hundreds. Yeah,
literally hundreds. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this week. So please do all the things we said. Please like and subscribe, and check those comments out in the description. We put so much in the description, and please comment on the video, and we'll see you all next week. What, 399?
Bye.
399. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And...